So this is iOS 15.4 Developer Beta 3. One of the first things you may notice when actually downloading the OTA update is the fact that in certain regions where it was unsupported before, you can now download your OTA updates using cellular data. Now, this feature has been available in some regions for a while now, but what about your neck of the woods? Let me know down below in the comments section. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the build number for iOS 15.4 Developer Beta 3. So if we go to Settings, General, About, you can see 15.4 there. Let's go ahead and tap on it. And there's the build, 19E5225G. Now, the original iOS 15.4 Developer Beta included some updates for the magnifier's camera lens picker. And in iOS 15.4 Developer Beta 2, there were some changes. And now here in Developer Beta 3, there are also some subtle tweaks. This time, you get some updates to the glyph icons corresponding to each lens. And the one that sticks out the most is the close-up or macro feature. That now includes the picture of a flower instead of just a portion of the flower, the little leaf that we had before. So if you choose close-up, that allows you to magnify close-up objects. And if you choose auto, the magnifier as you zoom in closer will automatically switch between the wide-angle lens and the telephoto lens. And of course, you can also choose selfie mode as well, which is just called front. Now, another thing you may notice when setting up iOS 15.4 Developer Beta 3 is this right here, Review Emergency SOS Settings. You get this little notification at the top of the Settings app, and that just basically reminds you to, hey, go in there, check your emergency SOS settings, familiarize yourself with it, but make sure you have your emergency contacts added to the Health app. And as you can see, I do not have my emergency contacts set up in the Health app. I definitely need to do that. Now, there's also an update to the TV app. Now, this was an update that was actually in the original beta as well, but it wasn't functional just yet. So if you go to Settings and you go to TV, you'll see Up Next Display. So that's a brand new feature for 15.4. And when you go in there, you can choose between still frame and poster art. So still frame will basically just provide you with a paused image from some place in the show or movie that you're watching, whereas poster art will show you a promotional title image. Let me show you the difference here. So right now I have this set to poster art, and you can see the poster art for Nova and American Experience, etc., right? But if I go back and switch that over to still frame, you'll see the difference. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go back to Settings and go back to TV. Now let's change it to still frame. Now notice the difference. Now it pulls in that still frame from the show. Kind of, I guess, right? So pretty neat new feature here in the iOS 15.4 beta. Now, you also have scheduled summary update that will display weekly notifications average instead of the daily notification average. And the podcast app gets actually a couple of handy new features, and I think this was actually implemented in the previous beta or maybe even the beta before that, but now you get the splash screen explaining this feature. You get to filter episodes when viewing a show in your library, and then you can browse by season for podcasts that have separate seasons. So here is the podcast app. Find a show you're subscribed to, tap where it says episodes, and now you can see the filters. I can filter by all, unplayed, or download it. You can see download it there. And I can just simply tap that again to switch back over to the other filter if I like to do that. Super simple, right? Now, there's also the ability to switch between different seasons. So this particular podcast has multiple seasons. You can see I'm on season 10 right now. If I go ahead and tap on that, you're going to see where, first of all, it gives me the filters, but I also have the little disclosure triangle there, and I can tap on that to bring up all the various seasons, switch between a season just like that, and now I can go back in, filter on that particular season if I want to. Pretty cool new feature in the podcast app, no doubt. And I couldn't leave out this macOS 12.3 Beta 3 update. You now have a universal control button. It actually says universal control instead of just advanced, which is cool for iPadOS users using universal control. And the same thing goes for display settings as well. So just more obvious indicator of how to manage universal control. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been a look at iOS 15.4 Developer Beta 3. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. This is Jeff with 9to5Mac.